It's Friday, March 24th, 2007, and just in case your weekend plans were going to be just a little too upbeat, I thought I'd let you know that this weekend is World Tuberculosis Day. I'm Steve Tatum, and unfortunately I've been let go by the White House for not being loyal enough. Fridays here on the show, we take a look back at some of our favorite stories from this past week, so let's get right to it. Our top story, Alberto Gonzales, Attorney General, continues to get in hotter and hotter water. Apparently there are emails suggesting that he actually ranked U.S. attorneys based on their loyalty to the White House and how good they were for the White House. And apparently who's ever defending him now was at the bottom of the ranking because he's going to be out of there. Let me just put it this way. Subpoenas for everyone. The whole thing about this Gonzales thing, apparently there are thousands of incriminating emails. Just like during Watergate, there were hundreds of hours of incriminating tapes. How come we can't get this kind of intelligence on our enemies? Media reports are circulating that Alberto Gonzales is going to be ousted for his involvement in the controversial firing of U.S. attorneys. The White House is just taking its sweet time getting Gonzales out of there. They're trying to cook up a way to keep Karl Rove out of it and pin the whole thing on Scooter Libby. Young people born after 1982 are the most narcissistic people in the history of the planet. Or so says San Diego State University researcher Jean Twenge. Well, let's not just leave the analysis to me. Let's bring in an expert who can tell us all about this. And who better? Well, me. It's me, Steve Tatum. Hey, Steve, tell me all about this. Why are young people so into themselves? I don't know, because when we were in college, we were all about curing cancer and stuff like that. I mean, it may have looked like we partied until we were face down in a pool of our own vomit, but we were always thinking. Former Vice President of the United States, Al Gore, testified at a congressional hearing yesterday about climate change, in which he had good news and bad news about climate change. The bad news, we're screwed. The good news, it's great for Al Gore's career. During the political news, the presidential campaign of 2008 is already in full swing, and states are madly rushing to move their primaries up so that February 5th, which is formerly known as Super Tuesday, has now been rechristened Super Duper Double Deluxe Yummy Delicious Tuesday. And this news on the ecological front, a new nest of bald eagles was discovered in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and a local merchant said, "Bald eagles, I bet they'd be great in a Philly steak." Some great news. A Boy Scout who was lost in the woods for more than 3 days has been found alive and healthy. When asked how he did it, he said, "Look, if a one-legged woman can dance with the stars, then this boy can find his way out of the woods." A happy mother, Angelina Jolie, has just adopted a baby from Vietnam. The actress is so happy with the new addition to her family. She has just announced she will be adopting the entire nation of Gambia. And finally, we wrap up each week with our news quiz question. Today's question is about Democrats' efforts to draft legislation to bring the troops home from Iraq. President Bush has promised to veto any such legislation and said the troops will not be coming home until A, the mission is accomplished again, B, Halliburton says it's okay, or C, until we run out of poor people. That's the Ointment for another week. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Steve Tatum, and that's news. Have a great weekend, everybody.